Okay, I'm going to start painting now. Sorry about that. It took me a little bit of time. I wanted to explain a little bit and draw some circles in. So we kind of got our money and our caps. You guys kind of got the idea, big in front, and then they go smaller. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take just some water. I'm working, this is a number 4. These are just really fun, and they're just a great way for you to practice how to control your water. And I'm just doing them on some scraps of paper. And if you want to, you can flip it around if you're having a hard time getting the whole circle. So this one we're going to do a solid color. Okay, there's our color. Take that really pretty turquoise. And what I'm going to do, I got my circle wet first. Remember with watercolor, I'm going to kind of do one like this. So I'm working pretty fast, staying in the lines. Wherever you got it wet, it should stay put. It's not going to seep out of the circle. First off, I'm just getting it in. Kind of being pretty careful. And the nice thing when you're going kind of small, you can take your paper and twist it around. Okay, so I've got that in. That looks pretty good. I'm not dripping out of the circle. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a napkin. I'm going to take my squeeze my brush, and I'm going to lift this a little bit. I'm going to say that my light's going to come down from the left-hand side because we're going to have shadows on the right. So we're going to have your light, dark, and then that would be casting your shadow. So let's say our light's coming down from you could go the other direction if you wanted. It doesn't matter, but you do need a direction. So I'm going to do that. I've lifted it really quick. Now I'm going to take that turquoise again. I've got to do this when it's wet. It's a great way to practice shading. Doing this all wet. I'm not giving it an opportunity to dry. And after, so I put the color down first and let it do its thing, and now I'm going to kind of do that. That's pretty good. Look at that. Take your brush, give it a squeeze. I rinsed it, and I've got a pretty dry brush, and I can kind of lift. Look at that. Isn't that fun? There, you've got a great looking shadow. I'll go ahead and I'll do one more. Let's say we're going to do this back one, then I'm going to show you how you can do some designs on them too. Let's say I'm going to take, I've got some cad red light that's really pretty. Now I've got to be careful because I'm left-handed and I don't want to have my hand hanging in here, so I've got to be really careful. So I'm just going to kind of tip it up, get her wet. Oh, I'm doing the big one. Oh well, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do a design on this anyways. So you can have some marbles that are solid and some marbles that have designs on them. Go ahead and do this one again. Do another one for you. So I got it wet first. They're just really fun and they're almost cathartic. You can just kind of zone out when you're doing them. Okay, get it wet. You can see we got it wet. Now I'm going to take that red. I just have some cad red light. And I'm just going to hurry and put it on here. Kind of go this way. I got out of my line a little bit on here, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I can take a napkin and just kind of press on it. We're going to have a shadow like we are here, so it'll cover that up. Okay, so there's my red. Now I'm going to take the red. We kind of just spread it around after we got it wet. Now we're going to take the darker red. Keeping it on the right-hand side. Oh, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my brush, give it a squeeze, and I'm going to lift so that we have that highlight where the light is hitting it. This would be fun too if you're drawing charcoal or something. If you've taken a drawing class, they always do put the light on the thing, and we've got to do the shadow. Same type of thing. It's more fun with watercolor though. And look at, we've got a neat. So it just kind of goes, kind of have a light source. We're pretending that we have a light source here. That looks great. So what do you think? So that is how you do a shadow. You could even just do a whole bunch of balls if you wanted to and don't put a decoration on them. But I'll put some decorations on these, some designs like I did on this one. I'll show you how to do some neat. This is where you can be really creative. But that is how you do a shadow. How you do a ball. This would also pertain to if you're doing a vase or anything where you have a strong light coming in this way. That looks pretty good. Okay, see you in the next one.